All right, guys, so I literally just made this top. I don't know. I really think it's so cute, except for I put my straps a little far out. But it got me thinking that I should actually just like do a sewing vlog because this top is made from the same material that I have for a bunch of things. And Joann's fabric is closing. We all know she's closing. I'm sad she's closing. I know I'm not the only one because I just got into sewing this year or like re-into it because I used to sew when I was younger. But still, I just got back into sewing this year and Joann's is clothing, and that's the place that I buy like all my fabric and everything. So you guys are coming on this journey with me of like learning to sew and trying things out. But I wanted to get this video out because you guys can still get this fabric at your local Joann's on sale. So you guys have seen me talk about it before. It's the pre-smocked fabric. If you guys don't know, Joann's has this fabric. It's like a one seam dress fabric. Let me get a sample for you guys. So here's a perfect example of it. This is in the bubble gauze, but you can see the top is pre-smocked. So what that means is they have sheared the fabric. They've done it with the elastic, so you get that nice stretchiness that we all love in the spring and summer, except it's only at the top and then the rest of it is just a dress. So in theory, it's called a one seam dress because you could literally sew this one seam down the side and have a really cute, comfy, cozy tube top dress to wear around your home, which I think is actually what this one is going to be, is just the base tube top, and maybe I'll put straps on it, but I don't know yet. So yeah, it's just a tube top. I have so many colors of this that I thought it was time that we make a video and just like make them all and see how long it takes me to do it. I also, this might not be in this video, but I have this like, have to share anyways, gorgeous like red faux leather, and I think I'm gonna make a bag. I believe the pattern is completely free that I found for this bag. So I might make this bag in this video or in another video because I have a lot of this pre-smocked fabric. So today we are basically making all of my spring wardrobe, spring summer wardrobe. So let's see how many I've got. We have got one. Oh my goodness gracious. Two in this gorgeous pink. 3 bubble smock black, 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. 9. So that means I could literally make 9 dresses today. Technically 10 because I already made this top. So here's the plan. The ones that are going to be easy, I think I'm just going to knock out right now. So like this is truly going to be a one seam dress. I have 1 yard of it. It's comfy. It's cute. I might pop a slit in it, although I'm not really good at sewing slits, to be honest with you guys. But I might just do it because that's how I'm feeling today. I might just do it. But yeah, so I think I'm going to sew a slit in this one, and then gosh, I don't know what I'm gonna do with the other one. So maybe I will like make a little game plan and come back to you guys once I have a plan for each item and like show you each item. All right, guys, so this is how you do the one seam dress. Now this one, as a beginner, I feel like I can also teach you guys how to do, which is why I'm gonna give you like kind of more of a run through tutorial of this one. So I love these little sewing clips. Every little thing you see me using, I will get linked down below for you because they are some amazing tools. Also, if you're curious about my sewing table, my husband actually like made it for me. So if you want me to do like a whole sewing room tour and like explain everything, let me know and I will happily show it to you guys because we made my sewing table for $93, I think. And like, it was under 100 and I'm obsessed with my little sewing table. It's fantastic. But all I do is stand here and clip down the sides. You're going to want to make sure you put the dress good sides to good sides. And that's because you don't want like to have your seams on the outside of your dress. So like when you're sewing it together, you don't want the seams on the good side, aka the side that's going to be showing to people, right? So good sides to good sides, and then we're going to clip all the way down. You could also use pins. I'm not going to hold you. I literally just get stabbed the whole time that I use pins, so I avoid them at all costs, and I just use these clips, and I know like more seasoned sewists are probably like, girl, get over it. But I can't. Like I just prefer the clips at this point. They're so easy. And we're gonna come straight over to my serger. Now, by no means do any of you guys need a serger or an overlocker. It's called both, depending on where you're from and just what you learn to call it. But by no means do you need both. However, my husband, a true king, bought me both for Christmas because he knew how much I really wanted to get back into sewing after my grandma's passing. And honestly, it was just like the sweetest thing ever. And I'm not gonna lie, having a serger is the bee's knees for this. Like it is the best because you could just use the serger and be done. Seam down the one side, make a hem, and you're finished. What I like to do though is serge it first, and then I will go back in and do a zigzag stitch of some kind down the side just to give the serging an extra support when it comes to some of these fabrics. For the bubble gauze, it's a cotton, and I don't feel like I need to do that just because it has like a little bit of a stretch and movement to it, and I think the serger is great. But if you are using some of the other patterns, they're more of like a linen material, and I feel like they need that extra security. So it just depends what fabric you're using. In this case, I did just use my serger, and I use lighter thread just because I'm still learning and you're not going to see it anyways. So if you really wanted to make it match and make your clothing look super professional, then yes, use thread that matches exactly the same. But guys, I'm pretty new to sewing, so I like to use lighter thread and just like be able to see what I'm doing and how it looks and everything like that on the clothing. And you can't see it on the outside anyways when I'm wearing it. So it's no big deal to me, but you know, your preference. So once you have done the serger all the way down the side, we're just gonna like nip our thread and we're going right back to the sewing table. Now, once we're back at the sewing table, you see we have this beautiful serge side. I love it. But the end of the fabric isn't always straight and neat and clean. So depending on like if you bought it, you know, sometimes it's not perfect on the end. So what I just like to do is get out a ruler and cut a perfectly straight line for my hem. I'm awful at hemming. I know people who can like hem by eye and all of these things. I cannot. I need it to be a straight line before I go in and hem. So I take this foldable ironing mat, best thing I've ever purchased, and I unfold it. I get my iron. I'm going to iron this out. Especially when you're new to sewing, you really do need to be ironing. Professionals iron too, but especially when you're new, you need to be able to see these like straight lines. So I highly, highly recommend getting yourself an iron, getting one of these like foldable ironing mats so that you can pop it out wherever you need when you're sewing and get straight, perfect lines. So now you can see I'm going to line it up. I'm going to use this yardstick and I'm just going to cut myself a really nice crisp line to begin my hemming. I love these roller cutters. There's no other way of life for me, friends. Truly, it's my favorite. Um, like there's no other way for me to do it, man. I love it. And I do plan on investing in a bigger sewing table because as you can see, I had to do half and half. But for now, for starting, this is absolutely amazing. It doesn't take up too much space, but it does what I need it to do. So got it all set up. And now we are going right back to the serger. Now, the reason we are going back to the serger, some fabrics will fray, meaning like when you put it through the washer, you get all these like strings and things that come off. So I will serge the whole bottom of the dress before I hem it. This is a tip that I picked up from another YouTuber, and it truly was life-changing when working with these dresses because if your fabric frays at the ends, right? You're going to end up with like all these strings coming out. Your clothing's going to be basically falling apart, and it honestly makes it look more like homemade when you don't do these steps. So for me, I serge it. You could also do a baby hem where you like roll it 3 times upon itself so that the fabric doesn't fray and show, but it's just quicker to serge since I have a serger. So up to you how you do it. I highly, highly, highly recommend doing something though to make sure that your fabric does not fray and be sticking out and being all wild everywhere. So I just went around, serged it just to close up that section. And then give it a quick snip, and we are on our way. Now, this is the most tedious part. Guys, I really honestly hate hemming. I'm going to say it. I don't care. I hate it. So what we are going to do I have to go with a measure, like a literal ruler, and measure and pin and then iron and pin, iron and pin. Like it takes me so long to hem, you guys. I suck at it. So if you're good enough that you can do like a 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, whatever hem by eye, if you're that good, like shout out to you, babes, because that is not me. I suck at it. So I have to go through with a clear ruler and measure each section to make sure I get an even hem. Yes, I do. And you know what? That's why I hate doing it. It takes me like 10 minutes a garment just to hem it. 10, 15 minutes just to stand there and hem it. So yes, it does get annoying. And that's if I'm not ironing. If I'm getting out the iron and really trying to, do it the right way, it can take me like 20 minutes. 20, 30 minutes. It gets on my nerves. But you should be hemming and taking your time on the hem because again, it's going to make it look more professionally made, not homemade. Not saying there's anything wrong with homemade clothing whatsoever, but if you're making an item, you want it to look obviously like well quality, like good made, right? I don't want it to look like I put it through a shredder or something. So, you're going to take your time. Now, this is the last step. This is actually me sewing down the hem, and I like to use a zigzag stitch just for this step. I've just found it's a bit more durable when it comes to it, but totally up to you. You could also just do like a straight stitch. You have so many options. I absolutely love my sewing machine. It is completely computerized. Shout out to my hubby because he knew what was up, girl. He said, "You ain't got to use that foot pedal, baby. I got you." And I have never been more grateful. Okay. Never been more grateful. I love this sewing machine. Truly the best. It's got a bajillion stitches on there and it just makes life so much easier. So I will link it down below. My husband got it for me at Joann's, but they also have it at Walmart and obviously on brother.com. I don't recommend buying a sewing machine from like Amazon or something like that. I've just heard some questionable reviews about like what people are getting when they get it there. So I highly recommend trying to buy your sewing machine from like an actual store or from the manufacturer and just have it like shipped to you. But Brother is a great brand. I've always used Brother my entire life. Even my grandma used Brother or Singer. So I just stick with Brother because that's my brand. Dress number 1 is done. So this is the one seam dress. There we go. This is the one seam dress. Super cute. So easy to put on, lounge around the house in. This took like 30 minutes. Yeah, this one took me about 30 minutes to do, and that's with the hem on the bottom and everything. Super easy. This one's like quick and basic, which is why I like it. But at the same token, it's not really something I would wear like out. I mean, maybe I'd wear it like very casually, but you guys know I don't really like to do like the whole tube shape either. So I think I would prefer it if I had put a slit in it, but this is just so comfy and cozy, like just hanging around the house. I could have like nothing on really, but I have on a tube top underneath just for some added support, but I totally could just wear this around the house with like some shorts under or something for extra comfort. This is one that you could just throw on and hang around your house or with nothing at all, because sometimes she gotta breathe, sometimes you gotta air it out. Okay, so this is one that you could wear for any time and I really like it. It's just an easy throw on one. We're gonna get started on number 2. Okay guys, don't hate me. I completely forgot I was filming this. So all I did was cut this top. I'm just gonna catch you up really quick. So I measured myself where I would want it to end. So I want it to end a little shorter than 25. So I gave myself 25 just so I can like hem it and it won't be too short, not too short in the back, you know what I'm saying? So I measured that, and then I measured again where I want like the first ruffle to be, because we're gonna make like a little ruffled dress, and then I measured it on me, right? So this lands at about 17 inches, and I'm basically gonna do the difference from 17 inches to 25, 26 inches to give myself the next tier. And I'm gonna cut 2 of those pieces and then gather it so it can like floof out, if you will. I want like a boop to it, a little gathered va-va-boom, I guess you can say. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm so sorry I forgot, but this is gonna be short and cute, and I think if I have enough fabric, I'm also gonna put little like poofed sleeves on it. Hopefully I have just enough to make it happen. To do sleeves, it's just like 2 big rectangles. No, I'm not a pro whatsoever, but I know you're supposed to measure from like where you want it to like the part on your shoulder. So I'm gonna have to see if I can even just do like a little capped one or something. The sleeves are to be determined, but we're definitely doing like the little floop on the skirt. So let's do it. All right, guys, I'm gonna be so honest with you. This dress humbled me in a way that words cannot express, okay? I don't know who I thought I was when I came up with the idea to do this dress because I had never done any of this. I'd made one gathered skirt and it had taken me 4 hours to make. So I don't know what I was thinking when I thought that I could take this and make a gather and do a girl, it took me forever. So this dress, when I tell you, was so hard for me, but I'm so happy with how it came out and I learned so much doing it, which is why I kept it in the video because like it's okay to fail when you're new at something, right? So step 1, I am going to go ahead and sew it basically. Like I'm doing you could call it a basting stitch. Yeah. I would do a basting stitch down the side of these more linen style fabrics. You can already see it's fraying and this is why I do it. So I do this and then I would serge the side afterward. But this is me trying to gather the skirt. So I bought a gathering foot and had no clue what I was doing. I kept changing all the settings on my machine. I could not figure this out. You guys, I think I worked with this gathering foot for like 2 hours trying to figure this out. 2 hours. And I still was not getting the proper gather that I wanted. I was getting very frustrated. I was having such a hard time, but I wanted to share this with you just because like, you know, being new to sewing, you might feel like you're the only one making mistakes like this. It's definitely not just you. And it's important to show it. I'm sorry. It's important to show your failures. And just, I hope this encourages someone else who is brand new to sewing to keep trying and, you know, try to figure it out. That's why I wanted to keep this in the video because it really did just take me forever and I still never got the hang of it. All right, guys, so you saw me trying to work with that gathering foot. It just wasn't working. So I literally did the trick where you just put elastic and you pull the elastic taut and you push the thread through. And then I did a zigzag stitch and just close it up. Honestly, that's how I would recommend doing it. Ain't nobody got time for what I was doing before. But now we've got our little top part of the dress and our bottom part of the dress, and I'm going to sew this together with a zigzag stitch and then go in with the serger. I've really been liking finishing garments like that. I feel like it gives it more stretch, and when you flip it inside out, I like right sides, I just think that looks a lot more professional. I'm basically like completely out of daylight. It's like 9 something. I kind of regret how long I wasted on trying to figure out that ruffle foot just because I feel like I just wasted so much time on it, and I still need to do the sleeves for this dress, and that leaves me, oh my God, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dresses to try and finish tomorrow and meal prep for the week. So we might not get through all 7 dresses. I just gotta be real. Maybe I will get through like 2 more tomorrow, and at least that's like 4 new dresses, and I'll get through the other 3 in another vlog or something. But I just want to be real with you guys because I feel like I'm new to sewing and I can't be the only one that's like new to it and just like screwing up basically. So yeah, I wasted like 2 hours honestly on that. Really not a smart idea, but I wanted to get it together and I just couldn't. So it is what it is. Lessons were learned, and I don't think I'm a gathering foot girly yet. I think I am an elastic gather girly. I'd rather just buy elastic. It's so much easier, and you're not gonna see this anyways, so why would I care? But anyways, yeah, we're gonna just match it up. So what I like to do is turn, I think I'm gonna do good sides, yeah, good sides to good sides. So you're just gonna put your good sides together, clip it, and sew it. Super easy. I'm gonna keep watching a show. Fun fact, I did not keep watching a show. I instead got up in the morning, sewed it together, and then went ahead and worked on the sleeves. And that is because I was genuinely starting to burn out. And this is such an important lesson. If you are doing a hobby to prevent you from burnout, to keep you off your phone, to have like an offline hobby, do not do it to the extent that you are burning out on it. So I decided, you know what? I'll just wake up fresh in the morning. This is supposed to be something I enjoy. And I'm so happy that I did that because I feel like the sleeves came out so good. I'm actually so proud of these sleeves. I've never made puff sleeves before, and they came out like a true dream. I will link the exact tutorial I watched down below. Her instructions were so crisp and easy to follow. And oh my God, look at them. They're so cute and perfect. I'm obsessed. I'm so proud of myself for those. You guys, she's done. So cute with the little puffy sleeves. Sorry, I don't have on like a tube top or bra, like a strapless bra, but I would normally like tape them up. So, you know, help the girls out. But this is so cute. It's kind of exactly what I was thinking for this dress. Like really feminine, girly, cutesy, ruffly. You can obviously do like the off the shoulder vibe, which I think is super cute too. Like kind of dance the night away type of vibes, but I figure I'm mainly gonna be wearing it like this, and I just think this is super cute. So yeah, here is number 2. I really like this little dress. I just think it's like really cute and feminine. I think though, I'm not gonna lie, this one burnt me out because I wasted 2 hours yesterday. I got up and did 2 hours this morning. So I think we're gonna do something easy, just like a simple dress. Kind of want to use this one. This pattern's cute. Maybe give her a slit. I don't know. Let's hit the drawing table. But I think this will be cute with like a little slit. Nothing too crazy. Something simple. It's either this or I'm going to do the leopard print top with sleeves. Haven't decided yet. But we're going to do something like that. Maybe we'll do both really quick because these are, I think, kind of quick projects. Let's start. Okay guys, honestly, I lied. I'm just gonna cut it there on the 2 dresses you guys got to see. And I will pick this up another day. I don't wanna burn out on sewing. Sewing is truly like my new hobby. I guess drudged up hobby. I don't know. Because I used to sew when I was a kid. So I really love it. You guys can see I have all this fabric behind me and I don't want to burn out. Like that dress took me so long. It is 12 o'clock the next day, mind you. And I started that dress at 7 p.m. last night and I worked on it until like 10 last night, and then I woke up at 8:30 and I started working on it at 9. So it's like 6 hours on one dress because I was trying to learn new methods and it was just like a lot. I thought it would be so much quicker and easier, but honestly guys, that's what happens when you're like getting a new hobby, right? So I have a few more things I want to make, and I think what I'm gonna do is just like put these in videos for you guys in the future. Maybe I will do like a thrift flip video and like more sewing videos with this fabric, but at least I gave you guys some ideas. The other dress I have is so cute and simple. I just added a slit to it. It's the same as making the one seam dress. I just added a slit, and I will link tutorials that I've followed as well in the description box down below, as well as all the tools I have. So if anything in this video caught your eye, it's gonna be linked down below. And if you wanna get into sewing, like I highly, highly, highly recommend you start. It is such a fun hobby, and it also is making me so appreciative of clothing. One thing about me is when I was way younger, like way younger, I wanted to be a fashion designer. Like I would always say, I'm gonna be a fashion designer, I'm gonna be a fashion designer. And I would draw clothing and I would style outfits and mix and match. And I used to love watching Project Runway. Like I really have always loved fashion. There was a long time that I considered going to fashion school, but I just have always had a passion for working with kids and working with individuals with special needs and just the field of psychology and human behavior. And so I went down that route, but I have never lost my love of fashion. I've always loved shopping. I love clothing. I love looking at it, feeling it, studying it, the materials. Like I just love fashion. I keep up with all of the latest fashion shows and different houses and who's in charge of what house. Like I really love fashion. It's just something I've always kept near and dear to my heart. So I'm super excited to be like sharing this with you guys and sewing with you guys and just like going on my little sewing journey with you. So I hope you guys enjoy. I hope this inspires you to just get out and do something different. You may not be the best at it. You may not be perfect at it, but it is so much better than doom scrolling and being miserable and hating yourself, honestly. So do yourself a favor, get outside in the sunshine, try a new hobby, read a book, drink some water, touch some grass, and you'll be thriving. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. And thank you to all of you guys who have been just like watching, supporting. Like I may not be getting the amount of views that I used to get, but I can honestly say the people who are viewing my videos are the audience I was meant to find. So I appreciate every single one of you guys. And thank you so much for just like hanging out with me on this journey. I love you guys so very much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.